Hey guys, Jeff Ryan here. Just having a little bit of fun this morning. I got the Olive AC Cobra out, and it doesn't have any of the factory accents on it. It is one of my absolute favorites. I love that bugger. I love that bugger. Had a lot of fun last week restoring the ice cream truck. Still not done with it. Gotta pay attention to the bumper. And you know one thing I didn't do? I didn't wash it. Can you wash it with the stickers on? You sure can. You just don't let it soak. You just do what you gotta do, get it real clean, then just blot everything off real quick. You don't keep it soaked underwater for any length of time. A couple of projects came in. One is the Maserati, two is the tow truck. Maserati, kind of interesting. It's very, very clean. It's really clean. But the, let me go ahead and flip it around. The screw posts, both the screw posts, have the cracks in them. I don't know if they hold screws or not, but they both have cracks. And I was looking at this just a bit ago. Look at the passenger side hole there for the bumper. It looks like it's all closed in, and I think it's probably the plastic from when they hot knifed it in there. The back there, not bad at all. So that'll be a fun project. I'll scrounge up front and back bumper, and we'll get a chassis for that. And the reason I got the tow truck, and I've got one just like it. The reason I got the tow truck is, one, the price was right. The price was right. When it looks horrible, they sell horrible. It doesn't have the boom. Look what they did with the stripes. They put, the decals on there. So, and I don't even know if it runs. Let me get the transformer. Don't even know if it runs. See if we get lucky, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. Sounds good. Sounds good. And I'm looking at the back screw post there. It's cracked through the body. We'll have to get the body off the chassis and see what we got there. And as far as the boom, I've got one coming from Model Motoring. They started reproducing them, I believe, like at the end of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I got one coming, so I'm excited about that. And once I get it fixed up, and everything, since I have one of that color, I'm just going to put it right back on eBay. But nevertheless, I thought it'd be a fun project. All right, let's go ahead and get into this stuff. Very good. I just gathered some parts. I got the chassis. I got a couple of screws. I got the front and back bumper, and I got a guide pin. I do want to do this. If I'm going to address the screw posts here, and again, just looking at the back there, if that's cracked, if that might need to be done too, I'm going to go ahead and take this off the chassis real quick and just look at the screw post. Because if I'm using the Alumilite and I've only got an X amount of time to use this stuff, might as well do all the screw posts at once. I don't want to have to mix it, twice to do two different bodies there. And you got to hand the Alumilite. If you get one of these little mini casting kits, it's got everything in there that you need. It's a really neat kit there. Okay, so let me do this. Let me go ahead and get the wrecker off the chassis there, just a sec. Okay, just got the body off the chassis. Look at the front screw post. There's very slight cracks in it, but nevertheless they're there. And then looking at the back one, that's cracked the back of the body there. But boy, that goes all the way down to the bottom. That's going to be mended. So while I've got the body off the chassis, I should probably take both these bodies to the sink, get them cleaned up, just if there's any, like we can see in there, some residual oil and stuff like that. All right, I'm going to take them to the sink. All right, at the sink, one thing, yes, we're going to wash it, but we got to get the decals off. It's on both sides. Yeah, it's on both sides. And my caution is with the sink, I got a little screen catcher in there. Always have that. I know there's not going to be any small parts flying off this, but often when you were cleaning stuff, you wouldn't want a bumper to fly off, go in the drain and whatnot. So let me go ahead and get these both cleaned up here. Got the Maserati, got the tow truck, and see what the stripes look like underneath those decals. Just got it done with both of them. They're nice and clean. Look at that. The stripe is absolutely, both stripes actually, but the stripe is so, it's really clean and clear. The funny thing is when they had the decal over them, I was wondering, was the stripes, like scratched up or something? I was wondering why you put the decals there, but they come out real good. All right, let me go ahead and dry these off. I'm going to go back out to the bench. Got them pretty much dried off with my shirt, not 100%. And let me say this. I've had one viewer particularly kind of cracked me up. I had to apologize to his wife. But she kind of understands now. I keep telling you guys, hey, listen, I dried off my shirt or I buffed it out with my shirt. I've got old ass t-shirts that I wear here. I do not wear a dress shirt or a good shirt. I'm usually dressed in Led Zeppelin casual. So if I say I'm, wiping off my shirt and somebody picks up on that and they start doing the same thing, I don't want their wife to be mad at me because they're wiping off slot cars with their shirt. So I apologize for that, but that's just the way I do it. I was getting ready to wick out the screw posts there. We're gonna go ahead and refill them, so I want them just bone dry before we refill them. So I'm gonna wick all 4 of them out right now. Got all 4 of the screw posts wicked out real good. Just looking at the shine or unshine there, it's kind of, look at the roof, specifically the roof, kind of dull, VRP time, a little bit of VRP. I think it's a great time to do the VRP. We don't have any of the bumpers, the chassis not on, you know what I mean? So while we got it stripped, that's the time to do it. The VRP, vinyl rubber plastic, I always got to give a caution. I know that my TJ here, the tow truck's got some paint on the side there, and I've had guys tell me, hey, listen, the VRP might affect the paint on some of the slot cars. I don't know if I've just been getting lucky, but I've never had it take any of the paint off. I haven't had it happen. So if you have like the AFX and they have like a lot of paint on it, you might not want to use the VRP. A good replacement is one of my viewers, he said, hey, listen, just use the spray turtle wax, works great. And he said, then take the paint off. So I'm gonna keep shaking the VRP up. And what I do is I just slather a little bit on the body there and leave it for a few minutes. And then when I take it off, we're gonna get a high lustrous shine there. Got the VRP on both of them there. I'm just gonna let it set for a little bit. After that, gonna wipe it off and buff it out. Wipe the VRP off. I shirt buffed it out. I hope the shine's coming through. Look at the hood there. Look at the roof, everything. Just absolutely wonderful. And remember how dull the roof was? That's reflected out. Fantastic, we're at a good point. Okay, let's go ahead and start putting the bumpers on, fitting them in it, all that stuff. Let me take that back. Let's go ahead and fill in the screw post next. All right, got the Illuminite out. I've got a couple of pipettes here and 3 cups. What I'll do is I will do equal amounts of both, put them into separate cups, then I'll put both the cups into one, then I'll stir with one of the pipettes. Now you see the bigger pipette, it's got a very, very, very fine tip there. That tip fits down into the screw post shaft there, and then that'll help me fill it up and mend them. Now one thing I was just thinking about, the crack there, the back of it there, I'm probably gonna put some tape over there just so it doesn't leak out the back whatsoever. You know what? That's probably a good thing to do. Let me go and find some tape real quick. Got the tape on the back of it there, and I think that should be good enough in case anyone wants to, come out, because the aluminum expands a little bit. It expands just a little bit, so that's why I put some tape there. I have in the past, if the screw posts are really bad, I have wrapped them up in tape before, put it all the way around there. I think we're going to be fine with these though. Have the aluminite in the cups here. I'm going to put both of them in this one, and I've got my stirrer here and my pipettes ready to go. So what I'm going to do with the other pipette is just, once it's full, I'll just go ahead and put the aluminite in each one of the screw posts. I have all the screw posts filled up, so it is just time to wait. About between 5 and 10 minutes, it should be fine. And guys, you can drill this stuff, you can sand it. It is absolutely wonderful when it's dry. Okay, got all the screw posts filled in there. It's been drying. You see how it turns more like a lighter tan than the darker tan? It's still not done yet. Got a few more minutes, but I am liking what I'm seeing. Okay, very good. I know it's been long enough. I've got my little emery board out there. I'm just going to go ahead and do it by hand. I thought about getting the Dremel out. No need to. I can just sand these down. It'll only take just a minute. Seriously, just a couple minutes. Got them down real good. I mean, they look flush. They look good. And what's interesting about the back one here, it didn't fill up all the way, which is fine. The holes all the way up to just about the top of the back one there. So that'll be easy to start the hole there. But everything looks good. I've got my hand drill here, and I think I think the bit is like 1.8 millimeters, something like that, maybe 1.9, thereabout. But when you drill it with this size, the screws just, they like grip to it real good. So let me go ahead and get started on drilling the holes out. I think they're done. I think the depth is where I want them. Now we got to go ahead and thread the screw post. That's always fun, isn't it? I do believe I got the screws where I want them. If I'm going to put the chassis on them, see if I got to do them anymore. But as many times I've done them, if I didn't nail it, I'm really close. Got that on. Didn't have to do anything more as far as tapping the threads there. It's on there real snug. Very good. Let me go ahead and get after the Maserati. I am close. I got the front one, nailed the front one, but the back screw post, I probably another maybe quarter turn, not even half a turn, but I am very, very close. Let me go ahead and tighten that up. Boy, I snugged it up just another quarter turn, and that was it. That was it. It is tight. It's right where it needs to be. I normally wouldn't want to put it on the track right now. I just wanted to test the chassis. I've had the chassis running, but it never had on. I haven't had it on a body since I've had it, so it does run smooth. It runs good. Where is the tow truck? Let's get the tow truck just for fun. And yeah. Now, did the tow truck have the knobbies or dualies or both? Do you guys recall? I'm gonna have to look it up. I think some of them may have had the dualies on the back. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to reference it. So we still need the boom here to finish the project out, but man, it looks good so far. We're doing good. I might tear apart the chassis just for fun because if something needs to be cleaned in it and we can get it running a little bit more smooth, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But we also have to get the bumpers on the Maserati. And remember that front hole here that needs to be cleaned out? Yeah, there on the passenger side. I'm going to have to address that too. All right, let me go ahead and pull both these off the chassis. Got both the bodies off the chassis there. We're going to have to address that. You know, if I'm thinking right here, if it's just a little bit of flashing, that should probably come off an X-Acto knife. I'm going to get the X-Acto knife, see if I can push that through and make it a hole. Just a sec. I think most all the flashing on the outside doesn't want to push through yet. I'm going to have to get the flashing off the inside there. Then we'll get 2 holes we can work with. All right, we got it. We got it. It only took a sec. The flashing that was there just came off the X-Acto knife, just trimmed it right down. So let me go ahead and dry fit the bumpers front and back. Wow, look at that. Just dry fit the back one. Absolutely wonderful. That thing looks great, doesn't it? Look at that thing. Absolutely perfect fit. Just get ready to dry fit the front bumper. And I've had this issue before. I really don't, I can't complain about too much. See how it just snaps in real good? But then when you look at it, there's a bit of a gap there. You see between the lights and the body and everything, it fits real good. But here's what I've discovered with the Maserati specifically. I've got the bumper ready to go though, but the holes there on either side, if they were ringed out just a little bit more, would allow that bumper to fit in better. So I've got a rat tail file. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and put it in the hole and just kind of ream it out a little bit and see if we can get that bumper to set in there a little bit better. You know what? What I'm doing is I got the rat tail file there and I'm just spinning it around a little bit. And it's, pardon me, it's okay if we have to do this. That's fine. If you're trying to restore a 60-year-old car and you have to, pardon me, and you have to make a modification or something like that, that's fine. We want to look good when we're done. You know what? We want to look good when we're done with a piece there. If you're trying to keep it in original condition and the bumper's broken, nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Just go and replace the bumper, modify what you have to, and then do another dry fitting and just make it work. You know, just do what it takes to make it work. Okay, now, look at that. Much better. 100%. Pretty close. Let me do that a little bit more and I'll get that fitting real good. Just a sec. Boy, I just did a little bit more. It came out real good. And again, the back one, absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. Fantastic. I do need to glue them in place. It should only take a second though. This is the part I love. I love getting to the part, well, that shines good, isn't it? I love getting to the part to where it's like, man, it's absolutely looking wonderful. Let's put it on the track, test it, see what we get. You know what? Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Now, again, I have got a yellow one just like this, So I'm going to put them side by side and see which one I think is in better shape, which one I should keep in the collection and which one I should let go. Let me go and do that. Let me get them side by side. All right, here we go. Here we go. Which one was in my collection and which one did we just refurbish? Let me know in the comments, guys. The one on the right, did we just get done doing it? The one on the left, did we just get done doing it? Which one is the one I just refurbished? Again, let me know in the comments. I've got to have to look at them really good myself because I want to keep the better one and then put the other one back up on eBay. So again, let me know in the comments which one you think we refurbished today. One on the right, one on the left. Let me know. I tell you what, that's going to be fun. You guys let me know which one you thought it was. The one on the right, the one on the left, and that should be fun. That should be fun. Let's see. You got a 50-50 chance to get it right. It is. I'm still going to take apart the chassis. I might do that in my own time, but I want to see what this looks like going around the track. We did test the chassis. Yeah, it runs. Let's see how well it looks. Let's see how well it does and looks around the track. Too funny, we already saw it around the track, didn't we, earlier? I've got to clean the chassis. That's the last part of this. Plus, I got to get the boom for it. I got to get the boom. It didn't come in today. One project that did come in, and I might do a video of it tomorrow. Let me go and get it. It's really neat. It's a Lincoln. It's a red Lincoln, and I don't think it ever had any factory accents on it. Let me go and bring it out. Just a sec. Okay, this thing came with a bumper on the back, and the bumper on the back is less than desirable. The bumper on the front was broken, but when you look at the front, the grille, the lights, there's no silver accents on it whatsoever, guys. There really isn't. So, and the shine isn't too bad. Shine's not too bad. Actually, shine's pretty darn good, you know what? Pretty darn good. So, I don't think this is an uphill battle here. I believe I've got some bumpers here. If not, I'm gonna have to order some, but this just came in today, and the reason I got it, one, the price is right, no chassis, nothing like that, but it doesn't look like it's ever had any factory accents on it. I dig it, I totally dig it. All right, I am really trying to scrutinize this thing. I was ready to take it to the sink here, but I'm seeing, you see it's like a little white fleck right there. There's a couple of them, one over here, and boy, I'm just not sure about it. I think maybe if somebody used like a rubbing compound, polishing compound, they may have taken the silver off. You know, the silver accent, they may have taken it off. Because I'm looking really hard right here, and it looks like there could have been some silver accent there. It really does. It really does. So I'm not 100% sure that someone didn't strip this. But what's interesting is the back bumper, that's not stripped, that's just over here, playwear. And the front bumper, again, it's broken, but it looks the same. It looks the same. All right, so let me do this. I'm gonna take it to the sink, get it all washed up. Okay, took it to the sink, I just shirt dried it a little bit. Again, the shine isn't too bad, Might do a little VRP on it, but cleaned up real good. I gotta get the back bumper off. I gotta find my X-Acto knife. That should only take a sec. Getting the bumpers off, usually very, very easy. I'll just take the X-Acto and I'll just trim off that excess flashing there, be able to pull it off. I got to get it in front of me though, just a sec. Getting the back bumper off only took a sec, but look at all the crud there on the back where the wheel was. And look at the back here, this white stuff. I don't know if that was a rubbing compound or something, but it's hard to get off now. I don't know. It's like he may have slathered the car in something and it seeped down in there, because there was a couple of flecks just like this on the car, and I can't identify what it is. I just don't know. So I'm not going to try to get it off the back here. I am going to probably wash this up a little bit and see if I can get that looking a little bit better. Boy, I was trying. I got some off, but very, very little. It's hard. This stuff, that white crap on there, it is hard, absolutely hard. Let me do this. I know I want to put maybe just a smidge of VRP on here, just see if we can get it looking a little bit better. But I want to scrounge up a chassis, bumpers, that kind of stuff. Grabbed a couple of bumpers. Front bumper fits absolutely wonderful. Let's check the back one. There you go. Here's the back one. Boy, that just looks horrible. The nice thing is though, if I'm right, yeah, it should cover everything up. It should cover everything up. So that fits absolutely spot on too. I was in the middle of grabbing this stuff. I wanted to just check to dry fit it. Let me go and get the chassis, guide pin, all that stuff. Got the chassis, a couple of screws, got the guide pin, and it is time to start assembling this stuff. When I glue the bumpers on, there's a couple kind of glues that I normally use, and the ones that for the bumpers I use the Scotch maximum strength adhesive. You need just a little bit. The reason I use this specifically for the bumpers is because if you ever have to pry one off or something, you can do it with this. It doesn't fuse the plastic to the plastic like some of the model glues do. You know, it's like taking two pieces of plastic, you glue them together, now they're forever one piece of plastic. This, you can actually get the bumper off again. I do use the Gorilla Glue, like the Super Glue, the Gorilla Glue a lot, but for the bumpers, I just use the Scotch Glue there. So let me do this. The chassis, I already know it works. I've had it in my collection for a bit. I've tested it. It runs fine. It works absolutely fine. So let me go ahead and get the bumpers on. And guys, we're getting close. We're getting close with this one. Only took a sec to glue those in. I'm just going to let it dry. I don't want to fiddle with them. After it dries, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the chassis. And once again, guys, we are getting close. Just got the body on the chassis. It is looking good. It is looking good. Track time, guys. See what we get. Well, it helps if it's in the groove, doesn't it? You know what? Come on, I can do it. I can do it. Oh boy, that's fast. That's a quick chassis. That's a little bit too quick for the inside track here. Let me go ahead and put it on the bigger track. Yeah, that's really good. Let's see if we can open it up back here in the straightaway. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'm liking that. Yeah, what do you think, guys, huh? A whole lot better it was without the chassis, without the bumpers, all that stuff. Again, I think my reason for buying it is because I originally didn't think that it had any factory accents on it. I'm rethinking that. I'm thinking if somebody put a compound on there or maybe painted it and tried to get the paint up, that there's something. Those white flecks were murder to get off, absolute murder to get off. So anyways, I'm pleased as punch with it right now. Going back and forth, should I slide it in the collection? I already have a red one, but this one's done. Again, it doesn't have the accents. Yeah, I get it, but I think possibly they may have been originally there. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. So anyways, I've got some cool projects coming up. I've got some glass coming for these two here. I think that's salmon color. I think that's salmon color. It's really not a red and it's not a pink. It's in between, you know what I mean? And what the thing is with the Ford J, I got a Mako Shark windshield coming. If it doesn't work, oh well, I got an extra windshield. But I think it's probably same or similar. And I know with the Lola here, the windshield goes from the front to the back, but there's a hole here. I'm thinking if I might have to cut the windshield into two pieces to keep the hole there. I don't know, we'll see. We will definitely see. We'll definitely see. The boom, it's coming. It's coming from the Model Motoring, or rather boring on eBay. That's who it's coming from. They make some great parts, guys. They make some really cool parts. So I've got a few parts from them coming in, and I also have to stock up. I like having bumpers on hand for like the Bugs, the GTOs, you know, the cars, the Lincolns, the things that I like. I like having enough stock to where I can just start projects. I know I'm going to have the right pieces for them. Okay, let me know if you need anything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And check my book out, if you would, please. It is on Amazon.com. Give me a thumbs up and a like. See ya.